Good evening and a welcome here to the Kingston Heath complex down here in Cheltenham as top place Bentleigh Greens, 1 point ahead of Heidelberg United, take on second place Heidelberg United in this round 17 clash of the PS4 NPL season. Well, of course, in major team news this evening for Heidelberg United, out of the side is regular goalkeeper Griff McMaster through illness. His place will be taken in the side by young Jason Kutsadontis, who was re-signed at the club during the recent transfer period. So 1v2 in this vital round 17 clash. Just about set to go. And we're away. So Bentleigh kicking off to the left of your screen, the centre Dandenong Road end, and Heidelberg going to the right, which is the Kingston Heath end. So Topalovic with an early touch for Bentleigh, out to Luke Pilkington. He goes down the line looking for De Vries. Cummings in well, the ex-Bentleigh Greens player, to Kanakaris. Now Jack Petrie with some time. Goes for the early ball, looking for Athew. Headed away there by Topalovic. Athew now on the ball. Goes back to Kanakaris. To Coleman. Coleman looks for Athew. He can't control the ball. And coming away is Topalovic now. Short to Lucas. And they work the ball to the right there through Kirk. He gets it again. Goes inboard. Ruthven. Pilkington with the early ball. So they're working the ball well. Lucas with the early pass. Down to Holmes with an early shot. And the first chance of the game to Tyson Holmes. So just probing Bentleigh Greens. To Topalovic now again. To Pilkington. He'll go down the line to De Vries. Inside run there. Just checked by Kanakaris. De Vries again inside. So neat play this by Bentleigh Greens. Just maintaining position. Looking for the opening. Topalovic plays it short. Given pace. Chance to come away now. Past halfway. Back to Ruben Way. He goes inboard. Heffernan finds coming out here on the right. Kanakaris in possession now. Looks for the early ball. All the way over. And Heffernan adjudged to do some pushing there. Out to Kirk on this right-hand side. And they play the ball in. Only as far as Jack Petrie. Picked up by Visovic. Well, Bentleigh goes inboard. And that will be a yellow card. So free kick. Played low into the wall. And away by Coleman. And now Heidelberg a chance to come away. As the ball's played in early. And Stephen Pace with a clearing header. So nice cross in there. And Stephen Pace with the header away. Swung in there, early corner. Goes all the way through and cleared away off the line. And again away by Cumming. There's cuts inboard, looking for De Vries. Looking for the return ball. Cummings though, gets away from him. Coleman though, plays it out to Cumming. He goes to Heffernan, nice turn by Heffernan. Now in a bit of space, chips the ball and a nice header there as Kenny Athew almost broke free with the edge in possession so far. Nothing to show it on the scoreboard. There's Athew now running at the defence. Coleman now with a short ball. as Topalovic comes away. Wins the ball. Goes in hard. Does Heidelberg come away? Kanakaris now. Has to go back to Luke Biles. He goes forward. And Pilkington just obstructing the Heidelberg skipper. As the temperature drops on a still night down here at Cheltenham. As Pilkington now short for De Vries, but he can't find it. Now Cumming finds Kanakaris, and he gives it away though. So bad turnover there by Kanakaris, as it'll be Liam McCormick out to Kirk. Kirk back in board, finding Lucas. He tries a long range shot, and there's the first goal of the game. And must have been a goalkeeping error there, because that looked to be a regulation save, and Koutsoudantis deceived by the bounce. Of course, deputising this evening for Griff McMaster, the regular keeper. But the first goal of the game goes to the number 9, Christopher Lucas. In fact, it was number 19, Daniel Visovic. And the score here at Kingston Heath, Bentleigh Greens 1, Heidelberg 0. And that goal came up in the 31st minute of play, and it really all came from nothing. So the league leaders certainly continue on their merry way as the ball's played down the line. Picked up there by Lucas. Looking for men in the box, goes short to De Vries. Kanakaris almost robs him. Nice play by De Vries though. Goes to the byline. Still in play, says the referee. As Lucas again fouling the Heidelberg defender there. It's a lot harder to see from here though. De Vries goes for the early ball. Lucas now. He's got men in the box with support. Goes for the early ball back to McCormick. Wide, and it's a shot on goal, and there's a second. Tyson Holmes. And they really ripped apart the Heidelberg defence there. And Koutsoudantis picks it up for the second time. So 35 minutes makes it 2-0 Tyson Holmes for Bentleigh. There's a long way back here for Heidelberg, as we've gone 35 minutes and Bentleigh lead 2-0, and deservedly so at the moment. As Kanakaris picked off by Pilkington. Away with the last ditch effort there. Heidelberg now, a chance on the break. Jack Petrie finds Ruben Way as he looks for Heffernan. Finds Coleman now. Tries a left foot shot. And was always rising. Looking for Lucas. Now De Vries out on the right here. Luke Biles gets around him well. Well, making a run here. A chance here for goal. He switches it across goal. Well, he tried to pass it across as the Heidelberg defence again was exposed on the break. There's Jack Petrie now. And given away there. As Holmes switches it over. De Vries switches it over and goes down. Switched inboard to Holmes. He cuts it back. Luke Biles away though with a header. So we're into injury time here in the first half. As Koutsoudantis. And in fact that will be half time. So a pretty dominant display by Bentleigh Greens sees the home side through goals to Visovic and Tyson Holmes take the 2-0 lead into half time. So here at Kingston Heath you're watching HUFC TV. Costa Kanakaris looks to be the man coming off, so Heidelberg kick us off for the second half. And Stephen Pace with the early touch. Goes short, but that's given away. De Vries now. All the way across now to Vizovic. Kirk making the run out on the right here. As Bentleigh find Vizovic again. Back to Webster. And again, a patient build-up by the Greens as they look for the run. Dumbalis up though. Finds Jack Petrie with the header. He finds Coleman and out now to Ruben Way on the left here. He has to go inboard. Jack Petrie now and back to Dumbalis. Ruben Way. Down the line for Coleman. Too strong for him and take this kick. And Bentleigh Greens with a chance now to really pile on the pressure. Free kick chipped in. Get it away there by Dumbalis. Ball bobbling about. Jamie Cummings stabs it clear. And again headed clear by Pace. Hack clear eventually by Ruben Way. Topalovic finds Ruben Way. There's a long shot by Luke Biles and, well, Alistair Bray needlessly gives that away, playing the role of sweeper. So, eventually clears the ball, goes long looking for Vizovic. Away there by Petrie. And as far as Tyson Holmes, he looks for Lucas. Lucas now going in on goal and makes it 3-0. Safe now on 54 minutes as Lucas plants it past Jason Koutsodontis and Bentleigh Greens will go to the top of the ladder. 4 points clear after tonight as they go 3-0 up. Well, the good ball there played in and Lucas shook off Steve Pace and Koutsodontis is beaten again for the third time this evening as Petrie now from the kickoff looking for Kanakaris. And Heidelberg win the throw. Luke Biles now into Coleman. And Kanakaris now checks inboard looking for Govas. Man that came on at half time. Jack Petrie now. Kanakaris. Coleman looking for Heffernan. Webster though turns him well. A shot across goal! And had Webster scrambling there as Bentleigh Greens have completely dominated this game and take a 3-0 lead here as we've gone over just short of the hour mark. As it's played short, and as far as Kanakaris, Jack Petrie, Govas, and he's brought down. Topalovic, early ball. Heffernan traps it well. Out to Dumbalis out on the left now. Can he get the cross in? Swings it in, looking for Webster. And Dan Heffernan is down. So clash there between Alistair Bray and Dan Heffernan went down heavily. Heidelberg now will go into this last half hour without a recognised striker, one would think. Dan Heffernan coming off the ground. Too strong applause there. And he'll be replaced by the recent signing during the transfer window, re-signing with the club. Izovic now looking for Kirk. Kirk now goes inboard. Lucas, nice ball, and pace mops up eventually. Barless well, goes down the line. Moving away, nice control there. Goes inboard and again wins it. And does beautifully there. And just unable to find his teammate McGough. As De Vries now for Bentleigh Greens. Turns inboard to Holmes. Nice flick back. And McCormack. I was looking for the runners. Goes short. Now back to Petrie, and again Luke Wiles on the ball. Coming in on goals. Finds a short one to Ruben Way. Across to Katanos. Tries to flick it in. And to Parlovic now. And chance for the break. There's 3-on-2 here. As Ryan De Vries runs at the Heidelberg defence. He's got men out on the right. All the way to Lucas. And a lovely save there by Koutsidontis, who spread well. Chance to run at the defence. Goes short, looking for Katanos. Nice turn. He's got McGough out on the left. McGough drags the shot wide. And all the way back to Luke Wiles on halfway. He finds Katanos. And gives that away to Parlovic now. In yards of space. The central defender. What has he got there? Tries a shot and just off the crossbar. So superb play there by Topalovic. Wins a secondary ball there to Wallace. Tyson Holmes. And played short to Wallace again. Topalovic, and out wide is Ryan Love. Is Bentleigh just working the ball around. Stephen Pace though chips in and gets a free kick to Jack Petrie and shifts it across to Ruben Way. Ruben Way now back across to Cumming to Pace, holds off. As the ball's played in now, and Bentleigh Greens made it number 4 is Lucas. The ball strolled in and tucks it away past Koutsidontis. And that's 4-0, and that's emphatic. Well, the old adage of playing to the whistle. Dan Heffernan, who was sadly injured in the incident early in the second half there. There's Luke Wiles now. Well, a dark night here for Heidelberg United. There's Wallace. Calmly back to Topalovic. Wallace. Elegant midfielder. Strokes it back to Bay, and that will be the last kick of the match. So, with a couple of goals to Chris Lucas, one to Visovic, and one to Tyson Holmes, Bentleigh Greens with an emphatic 4-0 win here over Heidelberg United this evening. You've been watching HUFC TV. Post-match, I've got Heidelberg United coach George Katsakis with me. George, fair to say a very disappointing night for the club in general.
Yeah, look, it didn't start too well with the beginning of the day. We had hoped that Griffin McMaster was going to pull through and be able to play. However, he didn't pull through. So it did start early on today. However, you know, you still got to make the right adjustments and try and go out and partake. And today, as far as I'm concerned, you know, we really weren't in our best form. We definitely conceded some soft goals. However, you know, you still got to come out and give something. It was disappointing, and I don't want to take nothing away from Bentleigh because I thought they were outstanding, to be quite honest. But we just have to regroup and bounce back on Tuesday night for the FFA Cup game.
Yeah, and there was another change, of course. Andreas was unable to take his starting position in the 11. What happened with that one?
Yeah, well, Andrea felt his knee during the week, last week against Port Melbourne. During the week at training, he wasn't feeling the best, so we had him out there. Our next main option was Andrew Katanos. He was feeling the same. He's had a niggly knee. So, you know, they say when it rains it pours, and at the moment it's definitely doing that. But, you know, we've got the depth to bounce back. We'll just have to regroup between now and Tuesday and again make the right change. Because obviously I think Daniel Heffernan with his injury will be certainly out. Shepherd's still a couple of weeks away, so yeah, we'll have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so the depth certainly will be tested. Can you give us an update on Dan Heffernan, exactly what the story was?
I'm not too sure. From what I've been told, it's a back injury, precautionary, going to the hospital, so fingers crossed that everything's okay with him, and hopefully he's available on Tuesday. Yeah,
and I just thought tonight we weren't able to get any penetration in that front third, which made it really difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it was difficult to get the penetration. However, you know, we conceded 2 goals and came in at half-time and spoke about it. And the way we started off, I thought, was quite good. We managed to nullify that and try and play ourselves back into the game. But that third goal really, you know, stopped any fluency that we were going to create. I think it was a bit of a damper on the boys, and they just dropped their heads.
Yeah, and it was hard for them to come back after that. But what's the plan going forward for this week's midweek cup match? Training or recovery?
Well, recovery. We have recovery tomorrow and training on Monday. However, we still need to make an assessment on who will be available and who won't be available, and see what we put out there on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, well, all I can say about tonight is, one, that you want to put to bed as quickly as you can, I guess, and then regroup.
It happens in football. It's one of the things that's given. You can't win every week, and you know, unless of course you're that far more superior than everybody else, which we aren't. But we'll bounce back. I'm sure that the boys will regroup, and we'll get something positive out of the next couple of weeks.
Well, all the best for the cup match and in the weeks coming up in the NPL, because we're still obviously in the top 3.
Absolutely.
Thanks, George.